What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time, I'm reviewing Street Fighter 3 Alpha. It was originally released in the arcades by Capcom, then later ported to the Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, and the Game Boy Advance. Now the storyline is practically paper-fed in that everybody in the game, the characters, pretty much have their own reason for it. Joining the tournament. Now, Street Fighter Alpha 3 has 32 characters in it overall. A lot of pretty much all of the characters from the original Street Fighter to the World Warrior comes back, of course, like Ryu, Blanca, Ryu, Ken, characters like that. And while the other characters also return, but that start from the first Street Fighter Alpha game, like Charlie, Rose, and Dan. Not like pretty much all the characters in the game have their own fighting discipline, like every other Street Fighter game in the franchise, from boxing to pro wrestling, and pretty much stuff like that. Now, I do believe that you face 13 opponents overall. I'm not 100% sure on that. If anybody who played it and beat it, you can mention how many opponents you actually face. I believe that it's like around 15, 16 characters overall, but you can tell me how many you do face definitely. Now, one thing about the game is pretty much you face all the characters at random, of course. And then at the selection screen, of course, you pick your character, whether it's Ryu, Chun-Li, Gao, Bison, whatever the case. And once you select them, you pick 3 modes that's called isms, which are X-ism, V-ism, and A-ism. Now, X-ism is the one that when you actually go and fight, you can't do taunts, rolls, alpha combos, and you can't do pretty much any air blocks and stuff like that. I guess it's like this one is pretty much for like beginners or whatever, but it's pretty decent. I don't have a problem with that particular mode. And plus it deals out as far as like damage is concerned. You dish out and take more damage than you would in V-ism and A-ism. You know what I'm saying? Now with A-ism, you pretty much can do the things that you couldn't do in air block. But at the same time, you get like 3 levels of the super meter. You know what I'm saying? Once it feels like you do pretty much a combination of moves that's pretty pretty sweet. You know what I'm saying? Then there, of course, V-ism, which do all the same abilities as A-ism, but unlike A-ism, you pretty much do controllable limbs. You can do certain controllable limbs at any distance, but you can't do any super moves and stuff like that. And whichever ism you pick is pretty much based on personal preference. It's not that big of a deal which one you pick. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, the graphics and level design are pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And they pretty much age well, in my honest opinion, regardless if it's Street It's the PlayStation 1 version, the Dreamcast version, or the Game Boy Advance version. You know, it does its job well in that department. The gameplay is very good too. You know what I'm saying? You can pull off different moves without a hitch. The hit detection is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a big time problem with the hit detection and the different moves that you can pull off. And the moves you can pull off with virtual ease, even the combos. You know, and the gameplay is pretty much probably the best part of Street Fighter 3 Alpha in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you can pull off the moves with virtual ease. You know what I'm saying? The soundtrack is pretty good too. It's difficult. There's a lot of good tunes you would like, even though you may not be a big time fan of the Street Fighter franchise and everything like that. Now, the isms in the game are a nice touch, and I would say pretty much play all three of them to know which one will work for you. Street Fighter 3 Alpha Street Fighter Alpha 3 is one of the best games in the Street Fighter franchise. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best one in the franchise because I ain't played all of them, you know. But it is one of the best in the franchise and one of the best fighting games in the genre. I would definitely recommend Street Fighter Alpha 3, especially to the fans of the Street Fighter franchise, fans of the fighting genre, and YouTubers who do Let's Plays on their YouTube channel and stuff. As far as the score, I would definitely give this a 9 out of 10 because, quite honestly, I don't have too many gripes with this game, and any gripes I do have will be pretty much considered nitpicking if you want to know the truth about it. With that being said, if you like Street Fighter Alpha 3 and it happened to be one of your favorite games of all time, you can mention it in the comment section. If you like my review of Street Fighter Alpha 3, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. You can share it too, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.